Welcome to the She Rise podcast. I'm your host, Jaya Rose, a spiritual lifestyle and business mentor, and I am here to help ambitious, highly sensitive women just like you and me embody unshakable confidence in your gifts and create a scalable business that nourishes you and gives you the freedom lifestyle your soul craves. Ready? Let's get started. Hey, welcome back to She Rise podcast. I am your host, Jaya Rose, and I am going to break down 3 simple steps to being, well, a lot more attractive ultimately. And I'm not talking like your makeup is right and your hair is right and nails are done attractive. I don't even know if that is attractive to anybody. And I will tell you with all honesty that my nails are shit, okay? I love my nails because they work, but they are not cute. Not cute whatsoever. Still, I'm attractive though. The type of attraction I'm talking about is really the kind that calls in what you desire. So whether you're being attractive because you desire love, whether you're being attractive because you desire clients or money, or what else are you desiring? Weight loss, that could be a thing. You get my point, right? Now, there are a lot of teachings on this out in the interlands. Now, there's probably a lot of podcasts as well. The reason that you're going to want to stick with me for the next 25 or so minutes is because I am going to break this down in a very practical way. And I promise you, you will hear something new. Because when I talk about attraction, I really love to come at it from the angle of, well, what are we actually going to do in our daily life? Like, what are the practices around this? Because to say that we just have to think it, and then we have to be it, and then we have to have it. Well, I just don't know. Listen, honey, there's something called resistance and upper limits and management of feelings and all these things. So I'm going to break down for you 3 things that I like to focus on. We should just call them 3 focuses when you're calling in more. When you are saying, I am ready for my next level, I am ready for more, I am launching this program, I am finally getting out on the dating scene, whatever it is for you, there needs to be intention behind it. And far too often, we're doing something because we think we should, or because someone else did, or because we did at one point, and we don't recognize that we have changed and we don't actually desire that damn thing anyway. And so what I want you to do right now, for the sake of this time together, is to get really serious about what it is you're desiring at this moment. At this moment, what's top of mind, really the thing that you are desiring most. Now, I want you to get that in your head, and then I'm going to walk you through these 3 focuses, and after this, you're going to be even more magnetic. Even more, because you already are magnetic. Okay, so the first thing we want to do with this desire that you have is to own it completely. Now, we could call this embody it. We could call it getting clarity around it. Ultimately, what I want you to do is I want you to think about the desire you have and what it looks like in the real world, so the outcome of it. And then I want you to take that and put it on like a bodysuit. I want you to wear that desire. So once you do this, you can identify, can I actually own this? Like, can I rock my desire like a bodysuit? Because if you have resistance, it's going to come up now. So let's just take a moment right now and really sink into this. You have this desire. I want you to see it in your mind's eye. It's happening. There it is. Now put it on like a bodysuit. Allow it to sink in. Allow yourself to be with it. Feel the cells shifting as this new vibration comes in. Does it feel exciting? Ooh, I feel it. It feels exciting. Does it feel doable? Mm-hmm. Does it feel like on some level it's already done? Okay, so when you can say yes to these things, you get to wear it like a bodysuit. Do you feel what that feels like? And if you feel resistance, you got to deal with it. Maybe the resistance is telling you something. Maybe it's a message. Maybe it's an old story, an old belief, and it needs attention. So then we turn the attention on the resistance in order to allow it to dissipate. But then we come right back to that. Let's bring it back into our body. Let's wear it like the bodysuit and own it. Okay, this is the owning it phase. I own that this is my desire. I embody this desire and I feel it as though it's already been done. Yeah, it's definitely already been done. Like, that's easy. Woo! That's easy. Do you feel it? Now, the next phase is really cool because it's one of my favorite things. One of my favorite analogies because I get to take it back to my fitness days and talk about doing a plank. You've probably heard me talk about this if you've listened to the podcast or if you've watched any of my live videos, but this is the holding it like a plank portion of things. So now that we have this energy of it's already there, like it's in existence, this thing I desire does exist. This possibility already exists. Awesome. So now, can you hold that? Because that energy is very different than fear, doubt, resistance, and distraction. Like maybe you're not even having fear or doubt or resistance, but you're just distracted by doing other things. And we want to come back to this focus of this bodysuit of our desire and hold that. That's the being in the energy. It's the calling in the new energy. It's the becoming somebody, something new in order to be that match. Okay, so can you feel the being of it? Can you feel the bodysuit, the yes, it's happened, it's happening, it already exists. It's such a yes. Can you feel the yes? And can you hold the yes? And as you allow it to be there, you have to expand into it. Because I guarantee that your desire includes expansion. There's nothing that you're desiring that isn't more, that isn't up level, that isn't something of a higher caliber than what you've experienced. And in that means we need to stretch. We need to allow ourselves to be in it. And it takes muscle and it takes focus. So come back to the bodysuit, yes. Feel all of that beautiful, juicy yes energy. It's already done. It's already there. It's available for you. And hold it. And expand it. And hold it. Now, I can't tell you for how long you need to do this because I am not the master of divine timing. I am not the universe. Of course, we all are the universe in some ways, but I am not the decider, and neither are you. And so this is why it gets so crazy hard for people, because sure, we could do this now, but what happens as you get into your regular life? Can you hold this? I need you to commit to this right now. Can you commit to this with me? Are you willing to hold the energy of the desire that in some reality has already been done? It is there. It exists. It's been placed on your heart for a reason, and you can see it clearly and feel it. Are you willing to hold it until it's in your reality? Are you willing? Declare it now. Are you willing to hold this? It's a yes, right? That's why you're here. The next phase is counterintuitive. I don't give very much counterintuitive advice, so I would listen up on this one. This is really important. What happens next, nobody expects. And oftentimes it gets misconstrued for what it really is, from what it really is. And what this is this is evidence. And so things will start happening. So imagine that your desire is to meet a man and fall in love. Now, this was a desire I had before I met my husband. Well, inevitably, what happened is a lot of men came into my reality, and ain't none of them were my husband. They were very far from being my husband, that is for sure. Yet, if I were to poo-poo them coming into my reality, I would be, in a sense, poo-pooing the desire to have a man come into my reality. And it's so tricky and nuanced. Now, this happens for me all the time when I am expanding, when I have an offer. So right now, I'm about to open up the doors to the Impactful Storytelling Program. And I am already prepping my energy. I've already been doing this work of owning it, of being in the energy, being in the plank, holding it. It's a yes, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it. So guess what happens? Shit gets shook up. And people feel the energy, aka attraction, is happening. And oftentimes it's not people who are like, hi, I want to sign up for your program, because I haven't even launched the program. So the universe is listening though, and it's responding to the energy that's vibrating and saying, oh yeah, I'm ready for more. I'm ready for more. I see it. People desire to work with me. People need what I have. They can feel it. They seek me out. And then what happens is people drop in my inbox and just want shit for free. They want to invite me to work with them. They like the craziest stuff happens. Yesterday, someone messaged me and she wanted me to do some photo shoot. She's trying to sell me a photo shoot. Like, who sells a random person in Facebook message a photo shoot? I don't know. I can't imagine that works very well. But here's the thing. Do I poo-poo the lady who is responding to the energy that I am purposely putting out? Do I poo-poo that? Because guess what that does? Well, that's confusing, first of all. And second of all, that sends a clear message that you don't want more. No, I don't want this. No, I don't want more. So do you see, is your mind just going poof, poof, just blown all over the place? Because if that sounded weird, I apologize. So it's just really easy to not correlate this. And here's the thing. Most people don't expect that their desires are actually going to come true. And most people, I'm not saying you, okay? You're different. You're special. But most people are looking for evidence that it's not going to come true. Including myself. I do this all the time. I'm already sabotaging it and it hasn't even happened yet. Now, this is where we need to become very diligent with ourselves and our awareness of what we are actually desiring, to go back to that desire and then start to recognize that these things that are coming in your reality are not testing you. They are responding to you. And they are giving you an opportunity to choose. They are giving you an opportunity to say yes or to ignore it. So the very best thing we can do, and I'll give you an example from dating again. When I was wanting to meet my husband, I was single for 4 years. I was a single mom at the time. My daughter was from the age of 11 to 15. And I really wanted to get remarried and have another baby. And I knew that I couldn't dick around, no pun intended, with guys who had, like, when I knew they weren't going to marry me and be the father of my next child, I did not allow myself to spend any more time with them. I was not just messing around with people for no reason. So there actually was a guy who I was dating about 2 weeks before I met my husband. And it ended up that he was homophobic. And I didn't know. And I had already been hanging out with him. And we were actually going to be intimate like this night. And I found out and I just left him. He wasn't even fully dressed. And I was like, ew, gross, you're homophobic. My mom is a lesbian. Okay, no. Goodbye. And so I left him. But here's the thing. It's not that I'm saying to the universe, no, I don't want to be with men. So I don't want you to get this twisted. It's not that I have to buy the photo shoot from the lady from my inbox. It's not that I have to say yes or be friendly, because I would be friendly if someone was writing me wanting to work with me, right? It's not about the reaction. It's about the story you tell about it, because the story is what elicits the feeling. The action is just simply a choice. I choose to leave. You are homophobic and I will not be having your babies. I choose to leave. Now, what story did I tell myself? That's the question. Did I go home and say, I thought he was such a great guy. He even worked at Nike. I was really had my hopes up. Am I going to get stuck in disappointment? Am I going to tell myself a story that now that means there are no good men out there and that I'm never going to meet the love of my life? Would that story help me? No. Because the evidence that I was getting closer is a way, way better way to look at that. Right? The evidence that, yeah, but look, this guy did tick even more of your boxes. He at least had a good job. He was good looking. You guys had a good time together. He was funny. What about all the good things? And look at how quickly you made the decision and were able to let go. You're really ready. And that's what the universe is judging. It's just energy. What is the energy you have around it? Well, my energy was just decisive and easy to release whatever it was that was not serving me. Now, I met my husband 2 weeks later, and thank God I was not hung up emotionally on some homophobic dude. Now, this is the same thing about the energy of the woman in my inbox. It's only the story that we tell. So am I telling myself the story that everybody just wants to sell me something? And anything that comes into my inbox is annoying. Everybody just wants something from me. Is that what I'm telling myself? Because then am I leaving room for the energy of my impactful storytelling program filling up and people messaging me just wanting to know how they can pay me? Because how is the universe going to decide what's what? No, you're going to decide. No, I get to decide. And I just looked at the message and was like, oh, evidence that people are attracted to me. And then I just ignore the message. It's not like I have to talk to her or buy the thing. We still have free will and we get to say no. But what story are you telling yourself about it? And what story is that, what emotions, rather, is that story kicking up? Because that's what matters. Because we need to get back to the plank. So really the question is, how quickly can I get back into that bodysuit energy? How quickly can I be in that energy? And is whatever I'm choosing to focus on or whatever story I'm choosing to tell about this helping me be in that bodysuit or taking me away from it? Just that simple. That's it. Three things to focus on. 3 focuses to be 10 times more attractive, more magnetic, more in alignment with the energy of what you desire, more ready to call it in, more ready to receive it, more ready. because it's the energetic preparation, the focus, the intention that actually is what is communicating with the universe and what's setting this up for you to be in that reality now. So I want you to be in that reality now. I want to be in the reality that I'm calling in now. And we all need these reminders. So remind yourself, to come back into am I owning the desire? Can I wear it like a bodysuit? What is it? What does it feel like when I'm in that? And can I hold that? How long can I hold it? Can I come back to it? Am I willing to commit to holding that energy? And when people come in and circumstances happen and it's not what you want fully, are you willing to spin it and create it to be what you want it to be? Turn it into what you want it to be, which is evidence that it's happening. Are you willing to do those things? Because if you are, the universe has no choice but to respond to you appropriately, which it would be appropriate to respond to the energy you're in. And what energy is that? The energy of your desire. Oh my gosh. So good. Here's what I want to know. I want you to send me a message on Instagram, either at she_rise, I think it's she_rise podcast, or the Jaya Rose, either one, and let me know what it is you're desiring. Let me know, are you in the energy? Make a commitment. I want you to write me and I want you to say, Jaya, thank you for your podcast. I am committed. Thank you for this pep talk. And then I want you to send this to a friend, because your friend needs to hear this too. So who are you going to send it to? Think about it right now. And share the goodness. And share with that friend what you desire and have them hold you accountable. Because honey, these dreams, these desires that are on your heart, they are yours. They are here for a reason. They are meant to be materialized. And you are meant to carry it forth. So thank you so much for being here. Feel free to take a screenshot, share it on social media, let the world know you're listening. I would be so honored. And if you feel inclined to leave a review, that would be amazing. I always forget to ask, but that helps get the podcast in front of more people who need to hear these messages. So much love to you, and I will see you next time on the She Rise podcast. Remember, when you move, everything moves.